wanted to start like doing at least 50 push-ups a day, like throughout the day.
Okay.
But it's still in thoughts. Actually, I have to see how to start it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I mentioned this in one of the chai chats I had with one of the teams. Few months ago, I was doing a few push-ups before. So before I go to wash my hands for a meal, and washing that hand is a cue. Before I wash my hands for a meal, I'll do, let's say, 5 push-ups. So before you eat, before you want to eat something, so you have to wash your hands, and before you wash your hands, you do few push-ups.
It's a good incentive.
Yes.
Actually, good one, Jay, because I daily before sleeping I think I will do, but next day I forget actually. Then while next day sleeping, going for sleep, then I again remember that I should have started today this one.
Right.
Jay, with COVID, you'll probably end up doing a lot more push-ups than you sort of wanted to.
That is right, very much right. So I was doing this, I was doing it, and I started feeling something in my elbow. So I have, for now, stopped it. So it is very important to get the posture right. So this is like going into Chaturanga and coming back to plank, right? You remember that. Falakasana to Chaturanga and Chaturanga to Falakasana, and you do this a few times. But remember, you have to be aware. Anything that you are repetitively doing, and if you're not careful, it can cause injury. So that is one thing I would add. The other thing is, before sleeping, just before sleeping, I would avoid physical exercises like that, because that might interfere with, unless you're very used to and you're very athletic and whatnot, it doesn't matter, maybe. But otherwise, your body warms and might interfere with the good sleep. So those are a couple of my thoughts. And hearing from me, I think Krishnan, I think it is Krishnan, and he started doing, and he dropped me a note saying that now he's doing regularly. He's doing more push-ups, even though I had a modest 5 push-ups before washing hands. Now he's actually increased it. So you could try that.
Sure.
Actually, that reminds me to talk about habits. If you want to introduce a new habit and you find it hard, like for example, you forget, Manjit said, I keep forgetting it. So let us say you want a new habit. This is called habit chaining. There is a technical term they have come up with. It's called habit chaining, and that is something that you regularly do. You brush your teeth, you eat, lie down to sleep, and you sit down in front of the computer, or you log into the computer. So there are these things that you normally do during the course of a day. Right? And if you want to introduce a new habit, you can attach that new habit to one of these things that you normally do. And then once you practice, then this becomes part of the routine. So before I log into the computer, I always sit down and wash my breath, 15 breaths before I log in. Let's say, I'm just saying. And this becomes a habit. Before I log in, this is what I do. Or I don't do it, or you will. If you practice it, you can introduce this habit. So look for such things that you do on a daily basis, various things that we would even anyway do. And so that is one way that you can, like how I was trying to change my habit of washing hands to doing steps before washing hands. Right? So it's much more or easier access to new habit formation. You can do this for any number of things. So something for you to consider.
Jay, a quick question on doing something like this. For example, if we say, okay, we will do say 5 push-ups every time I scratch my nose or something
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little dicey in terms of, because you are going to go doing a physical activity without sufficient warm up and other things, like as in your example of getting elbow or something with the wrist is very likely if we do that. Isn't it better we'd have this set time where we have a ramp up and an exercise time frame, at least on a regular basis?
And so having 6 p.m. Monday, 6 p.m. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Friday is the best. You block the calendar and you do, or 6 p.m. every day, for example. That would be great, even better.
Right.
6 p.m. every day, you block up and you do that every day. And I will practice 6 p.m. I will do this at this place. So you're very clear on what you will do, when you will do, where you will do, rather than I will do it whenever, right? And that's best. But on the other hand, if you want to introduce small incremental things, see push-ups also. Until I was doing 5 push-ups, it was not a problem, and then I started doing 8. Before I was feeling entirely comfortable. That is when I started feeling something, and I didn't want to be more aggressive than that.
Right.
So see, doing 5, even start with 1 push-up before you wash your hands. That's okay.
Fair enough.
1 push-up is fine. That's great.
I mean, I guess it adds up, right? I mean, without you knowing about it, it adds up.
Very much so. Very much. 1 push-up, 1 chaturanga, and 1 breath in chaturanga and 1 breath in palakasana is brilliant before you wash it. And please, once again, be aware and avoid injury if you're introducing anything physical. But again, the habits stacking is nothing, or it doesn't have to be anything physical. Like, for example, I said you sit down in front of the computer, you turn on, and before you turn on, you have some. These are all kind of rituals. You can add a ritual to it, right? And so I'm going to close my eyes and watch my breath, 15 breaths before I turn on the computer or log in. So it doesn't have to be physical. It can be anything that you want. Or before I log off, I always clean, let us say, right? Before I log off, I kind of look around and I clean everything, or I clean my inbox, or whatever that you want to do. You can introduce such habits that you would like to incorporate in your life and associate that with something that you do anyway in a normal course of the day. And with that, let us begin again. Three deep breaths as you settle down in any meditative posture. Breath coming and going. Imagine 37 trillion cells floating together. And that is you, your body. And wind blowing through 37 trillion cells in and out. Relaxing shoulders, the entire body, sthira sukha, firm in an effortless posture. It is also sthira sukham asana is also interpreted as you are established in effortlessness. So once again, remind ourselves to diligently practice without aggression, with awareness, inward awareness. Palms to the heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Tilt your head forward. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up. Exhale.
Yoga mall.
Down. Looking down. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling up. That's strong. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. Cat posture. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. 9 more rounds. It's not about so much as the count, but you become more increasingly aware of your own body. Think of this as a practice to bring your attention inward, where all you are feeling the posture as you breathe in and out. You might be feeling tightness on your back as you completely exhale. Or as you inhale, you might feel the posture in your neck, shoulders, wherever you feel it. After completing 10 rounds, neutral cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Right leg to the back and up, and look up as you inhale. Exhaling, bend your knee, bring the knee forward toward your nose, arch your back up as you exhale. 5 more rounds. And as you take the leg back and up, where do you feel the posture? The weight shifting between your palms and knee, the other knee on the ground. The front getting stretched, the back getting crunched. Muscles shortening to lift the leg up. Feeling the posture in your neck. So many things are happening. And the breathing, as you take the leg back and up, as you look up and you breathe in, that is quite a different kind of a breathing than the breathing that you're doing right now in the normal cat posture. Left leg back and up, look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee coming forward, arch your back, look down, exhale. 5 more rounds. After completing neutral cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg up in the back. Look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee coming forward, look down, arch your back up, look down, arch your back up. 4 more rounds. After you complete Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 deep breaths. Left leg back and up, look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee coming forward. Look down, arch your back. 4 more rounds. After completing Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 deep breaths. Right foot forward between the palms. Right foot back. Adho Mukha. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Hands on your waist. Inhaling. Release your arms. Let's approach Danurasana, another classic Hatha Yoga postures. 3 deep breaths. Front of the mat, Garudasana. Namaskar Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar with awareness. Begin. if the mind has wandered away from the practice. Bring it back. Allow the breath to normalize on its own. Three deep breaths. Feet hip width apart. Place your palms on your glutes, fingers pointing down. Consciously open the shoulders, elbows pointing toward the back wall. Consciously raise the chest up and forward. Chest up and forward, and then pelvis moving forward. As much as you can. Now consciously raise the chest further up. Pelvis moving forward, but raise the chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Exhaling, release arms. What do I mean by chest raising is the thoracic spine, as we call it. This is from the bottom of the neck to middle of the back. Between the shoulder blades, there is a section called thoracic spine. And it is always pointing away toward the back. Right? Now we want to extend it. We want to straighten it. And to straighten it, the way you can approach that is by pushing the chest to the front. So as if your head is going higher. So you can stretch it by making the head go higher toward, let us say your feet is rooted to the ground and somebody pulls your head up. That is another way to straighten the curves of the spine. But we don't want to get violent, but we want to do this with awareness. And so the way to straighten up the thoracic spine is to get the chest up front and up. And then you're extending through the thoracic spine. So your head is going away from the shoulders. Imagine that. And that is what I would like us to see, because your lumbar region is already curved back, as in curved in a way that it aids the back bending, because it is curved toward the front, but the thoracic spine is curved toward the back. Okay. And so remember this when we try this again. Palms on your glutes. Elbows pointing to the back. Now, even here, as you inhale, get your head as high toward the ceiling. You're stretching up first. You're axially lengthening and then moving the pelvis forward, chest going front and 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Exhaling, release arms. Now, in Danurasana, it is a back bend, but it involves the front hips to be open and your shoulders have to be open, right? And so when I say let's approach Danurasana, what we will, you can associate all the practices that we are going to do toward opening up the shoulders, opening up the front hip or hips, both hips, because in Danurasana, both hips have to be simultaneously open up and your legs are going back and up. So you would see all the elements of this as we practice going forward. Take a deep breath, exhale. Both arms up, palms facing the front. Inhaling, straighten up as far as much as you can, going toward the ceiling. With that entire spine extended up, go for the back bend. Keep the arms by the sides of your ears. Pelvis moving forward, chest going up and higher. Remember, shoulder blades you can slightly squeeze together to push the chest higher to straighten up the spine. You don't have to drop your head in the back. The more action is in the thoracic spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Exhaling, release arms. Now, raising the arms like this feels really uncomfortable because we don't do this in the regular, normal life routines. So these practices, you can actually be sitting in front of computers and you can also try simply raise your arms because we rarely do this. And so you can incorporate these things in your normal, even when you're sitting in front. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, palms facing the front. Now lower the arms toward the sides halfway, not horizontal. Bring it halfway down. So 45 degrees, arms are 45 degrees, kind of, from the line from the head to toe. Inhaling, head going higher toward the ceiling and then back bend as you inhale. And allow the arms to be taken by the gravity to the extent that you can. You're feeling the stretch on the front chest muscles. 5 deep breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Exhaling, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Bend at the elbow and place the right palm at the mid back between the shoulder blades, fingers pointing down. Take the left arm toward the back and place the back of left hand on the mid back. Gomukhasana arms. Now, those who can grab the fingers do that. Others focus on getting the upper elbow to point up and lower elbow to point down. Just that. And those who can grab the fingers do that. Those who can grab the wrists do that. And then finally make room for your head. And yet the right elbow is pointing up. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release arms. The upper arm, you can feel the stretch at the bottom of your upper arm. Again, this is all not the usual things that we do. We do it with awareness so you don't pull something or cause injuries. Left arm up. Pat yourself, your back. Right arm behind you. Back of your right hand on the middle back. Catch the fingers if you can. If you're not able to touch the fingers, that is okay. Focus on getting the elbow, upper elbow up, point up, lower elbow point down. That's all. It is okay. No aggression, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we're going to practice the same thing from Veerabhadrasana, second variation. We practiced this in the last session. Separate your feet, 3.5, broad stance. Broad stance, 3.5, 4 feet wide, depending on your height. Hands on the waist. Now, both toes are pointing to the front, flat on the mat. Now, rotate your right foot forward. Right foot is pointing to the front. Start bending your right knee. Right knee going directly toward the front wall. Look down at your right knee. Is the right knee tracking toward the big toe or the little toe? If it is going toward and even away from the big toe, consciously open your right hip and bring the right knee toward or at least middle toe. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Pat yourself. Gomukhasana arms. And bend your right knee just a bit. Keep the spine straight. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Straighten up your right knee. Take a deep breath. Rotate your right foot in, left foot pointing to the back. Keep the spine vertical throughout the practice. Bend the left knee. And look at the left knee. Is the left knee tracking toward the toes? If it is away from or inward of the left big toe, see without aggression if you can bring the knee toward the foot rather than going inward. Left arm up. Bend your left elbow. Right arm behind you. Gomukhasana arms. Focus on left elbow pointing up, right elbow pointing down. Now bend your left knee just a bit. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Straighten up your left knee. Rotate your left foot in. Bring your feet comfortably closer and stand relaxed. Front of the mat, Danurasana. Namaskaram. Arms up, pointing toward the ceiling. Palms pressing, arms up. Now straighten up as much as you can. Fingers pointing toward the ceiling and your gaze, soft gaze is directly ahead. Your arms in line with your ears. And keeping your arms going away from the shoulder, hands going away from the shoulders, strong legs back bend. Keep the arms at the ear level. Keep the arms stretched up. Pelvis moving forward. Strong legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Namaskar Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. You can bend your knees, not a problem. Head down. Don't push yourself too much into the forward bend after a series of back bends, but simply relax there. No pushing yourself further into the forward bend. Just as it is, relax. Next inhalation, take your right foot back, long step back. And left foot back. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Sukhasana. Straighten your legs to the front. Bend your knees. Place your palms behind you. Behind you, right behind you, it's not, and only shoulder width apart, no more than shoulder width apart. Your fingers are shoulder width apart behind you. Inhaling, hips up. Bring the thighs and the torso in line horizontally and keep the chest open. Bring the chest higher and then hips just a bit higher. Hips and just a bit higher. And slowly squeeze the shoulder blades together to bring the chest just a bit higher. Drop the head only if you're comfortable. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hips down. Release the legs. Sit relaxed. Lie down on your stomach. Makarasana. Bring the legs together, arms closer to the body, palms facing down or up, whichever is comfortable for you. Slide your palms underneath your thighs, underneath the thighs. Chin down. Right leg up. Bend your right knee and knee up. And then straighten the leg. Straighten the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow the right leg to go down slowly. Take a deep breath, exhale. Left leg up. Bend the left knee and knee up. And then straighten the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the leg. Now remember, as you take the legs up, the hip joints are still facing the mat. You're only taking the leg up. Let's repeat this one more time. Right leg up. Entire right leg going higher as much as you can, keeping both hip joints facing the mat. Only the leg goes up. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right leg. Take a deep breath. Left leg higher. Sorry. Left leg higher, higher than last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the left leg. Take a deep breath, exhale. Both legs up. Both legs up as much as you can. No aggression. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the legs down. Makarasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring your legs closer together. Chin down on the ground. Take your arms to the back, toward the body. Interlace your fingers, and without aggression, if you can, press the palms together. And forehead on the ground. Straighten the elbow as much as you can. Next inhalation, head up, chin up, chest up, straighten the arm as much as you can. Bhujangasana variation, toes pointing toward the back. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forehead on the ground. Relax. You can allow the hands to release for now. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we are going to do the same thing with knees bent. Take a deep breath. Interlace fingers on the back. Forehead on the ground, straighten up the elbow. Now bend your knees as much as you can. Inhaling, head up, chin up, chest up. Your hands are going toward your legs. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs, release the arms, Makarasana. Now, in Danurasana, we have to reach back and catch the ankle. And if you're not able to do that, you can simply practice what we just did right now. With the knees bent, hands interlaced, you can come up. Take a deep breath. Chin down on the ground. Take your arms close to the body. Bend your knees. Catch hold of your ankles. And if you're not able to, it is quite okay. You can simply practice what you did before. Forehead on the ground. Now remember, knees hip width apart. When you go up in Danurasana, the knees, because you're holding the feet like how you're holding, the knees might tend to get wider. Consciously keep the knees together. Inhaling, come up in Danurasana. Chin up, head up, chest up. Your knees coming off, thighs coming off the mat, toes going toward the ceiling. You're increasing tension in your arm by kicking the legs up to back and up. Open the chest, shoulder blades squeezing together, chin up. You're balancing on your navel. Sanjay, the lower legs going up, back and up, back. Kick the lower. Look at Manjit. Look at Manjit. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the posture. Relax. Sanjay, you were trying to hold the lower leg down toward your back. Instead, allow the lower leg to go away from your back. You're kind of kicking the leg toward the back wall. Yes, much better. Yes, that is what we will practice. Release the posture. Relax. We'll practice this again. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring the legs hip width apart. Bend your knees. Forehead on the ground. Catch hold of your elbows. Next inhalation, chin up, head up, chest up, kicking the legs back, knees off, thighs off the mat, toes going toward the ceiling. You're balancing on your navel. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the posture. Makarasana. Roll onto your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Releasing any tension on your back. Side to side. Settle back down. Knees close to the chest. Arms spread out, shoulder height. Knees close to the chest. Drop your knees toward your right elbow. Place the right palm on the left knee. And look over your left shoulder. And if you have to make a final adjustment to press the left shoulder down, do that. And then look over your left shoulder. And then no more movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the chest. And allow the knees as you exhale, knees going toward your left elbow. Place the left palm on the right knee. Then consciously pressing the right shoulder down and then look over your right shoulder. And then relax in the twisting posture of Jatara Parivartana variation. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the chest. And release the legs. And proceed to Shavasana. Make any final moves that you wish to make. Paying attention to your body. Relaxed body. Alert mind, paying attention to every breath. Relaxed body. Alert mind, paying attention to every breath. Relaxed body. Attention to every breath. Normal breaths. Allow the exhalations to relax. Everything is as it is. Nothing needs to change. Resting in awareness. Free in awareness. Effortless in awareness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your hands back. Inhale. Exhaling, bending forward. Thanking Mother Earth. Inhale. Rub your palms. Massage your closed eyes. And gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.